Okay, so everyone else is talking about this, so I have nothing better to do, so why not me? Yep, it's Titanfall. Well, the beta to be specific. Be a bit weird if I was talking about Titanfall right now, like the full thing. So yeah, that's a that's a thing, isn't it? So, oh wait, no, ignore those. They come later. We will discuss those later. Getting a bit ahead of myself. Need to keep this nice and calm, nice and fluent, structured. But yeah, the beta's a thing. People have been talking about it quite a lot. And now it's open to everybody on the Xbox One and I think the PC, unless you're watching this like after which in that case, I'm talking bollocks. It's not open to anyone because it's done probably. But yeah. Anyway, so in the background, funnily enough, there's going to be some gameplay of Titanfall. Originally, I thought, I'll put Zoo Tycoon in the background, but I thought better of it. And the map is Fracture and the game mode Attrition. Attrition is, well, it's basically team deathmatch. I think the only difference between it and like regular team deathmatch might be the bots, although I could just be talking out my ass there. I literally have no idea. That's just a guess. So yeah, attrition. Every time the match starts, I keep thinking he's saying it's a battle of nutrition. I don't know. Maybe they should re-record that. My first gripe of the game. Took what, 2 seconds? But yeah, overall, good game. I mean, I know it's only a beta, but I've been pleasantly surprised. I thought I was going to be disappointed because of all the fucking hype. I mean, let's face it, whenever for anything is like hyped, well, that was a really shit start, wasn't it? But yeah, every time there's a lot of hype about a game, I'm generally disappointed. If the game turns out like this, and granted at the moment it's technically only like Titanfall Junior, but if it turns out, well, the way it's going with this, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. I really am. I've enjoyed the couple of days I've played it. I mean, granted, I've not played a vast amount of time on it, maybe a couple hours each day. But yeah, it's a good game overall. Eh, but I suppose I should talk more about the specifics of it because, anybody could say, oh yeah, that's a good game. So yeah, the defining factors of the game, obviously let's start with when you're a pilot, considering that's what I am in the footage you're watching. You move really, really fast, and I really, really like that. I mean, I was obviously expecting it, but the speed and the controls, it all just works so well. It just comes together really well, and I was very surprised by that. I was expecting it to be quite fidgety controls. Looking at videos, I was expecting things to be a bit more difficult, like jumping and running on walls and shit. I was expecting it to be a bit more complicated than it actually is, but really it isn't. You just sprint and then hit A to jump. That's about it. And it just feels like a really fluent experience. Sounds a bit weird, but yeah. Fluent. Good word to describe it. Yeah, the actual guns as well. I mean, the only gun I've used is this carbine, the assault rifle that you get in the beta. There are only like 5 guns in the beta, and I think it's like one from each sort of standard FPS classes like assault rifle, SMG, etc., etc. Yeah, that's a weird thing. I seem to stumble across that a lot of the time as bots just sort of standing next to each other, waiting for me to come into the room, and then fighting each other. It's kind of weird. But yeah, the shooting feels really, really good, really solid. I mean, if you've played some of the, like a lot of Call of Duty or whatever, it will feel very familiar to you. But despite the fact that I hate Call of Duty, that's not exactly a bad thing. It works in this scenario, and it really works with the whole parkouring and speed movement shit that happens with the game. It just all comes together really nicely. Um, yeah. Also, the anti-Titan weapons. Obviously, the Titans are those big fuck off robots there. Um, I was kind of worried about taking down Titans, but every game you're given an anti-Titan weapon, which is basically like a rocket launcher or something similar, and you get a shit ton of ammo with it. Unlike games in like, I don't know, Battlefield or something, when you're trying to take down a tank and you've got like 3 rockets or something to take it down that does no fucking damage. Not the case in this. It's very, very balanced, I have to say, which was a surprise. I was expecting Titans to just overpower everyone, but really they don't. There's been times where my Titans lasted maybe, I don't know, a second or something. It's just fucking gone straight away. Oh wait, speaking of the Titan, there's mine. So yeah, my Titan was using a chain gun and some sort of rocket thing. But the movement in the Titan as well, surprisingly smooth. I mean, I was expecting it to be a bit more clunkier and difficult to use, but again, really wasn't. And again, like I said, balance. Balance is kind of key in Titanfall, I feel. It's always an issue I have with basically every first-person shooter is there is a lack of balance. There really isn't in this. Every game just feels like it just can kind of go either way. Every one-on-one battle you have with someone, it just you don't feel like anyone's really overpowered. And to be honest, that's quite refreshing in the first-person shooter genre. Because let's face it, most games someone just ends up feeling really OP. But yeah, Titans, I personally prefer like the on foot running around sort of shooting mechanics compared to the actual Titan. Ironic considering the game is based around the fucking Titans, but I don't know, it's still fun. I mean, it's a nice change of pace, and well, yeah, I mean that's about as much as I can really say about it. They are fun, but I prefer just running about because I really like the whole sprinting about everywhere and parkouring off walls and shit. I'm kind of a fan of that sort of thing. So the way they've done it as well. So yeah, fun. Back on foot again. The maps. There are two maps. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the maps yet. What I'm going to talk about is the fact that there's bots. So at the end of the game, you'll probably notice that the scoreboard will have kills like split up into different sections. I think it's like pilot kills, Titan kills, and like I don't know, like bot kills. I can't remember what exactly they're called, but bots are a thing. It's like normal 6 on 6. You've got 6 humans versus 6 humans, but the rest of the map is kind of filled out with bots, and that is a really clever idea in my opinion. I mean, I know people will say, "Oh, why don't you just fill it with humans?" Blah blah blah. I mean, if they can't, they can't. So you know, I'm not going to be that bored, but an issue I always had with like Call of Duty and Battlefield and that is I always ended up spending like the first 3 minutes of a game running about trying to find someone, finding no one, and then getting fucking shot in the back. So that was always a thing. And I really hated that. I just felt like I was constantly trying to find people and I would end up with, I don't know, a fucking score of 4 and 4 while everyone else had like combined kills and deaths coming to about 20. So I feel like there's never a shortage of people to kill in this, whether they're human or bots, and that's quite refreshing. Now, maps. I was going to talk about maps, wasn't I? Yes, maps. The beta obviously has a limited number of maps. It's only two. It's this one, Fracture, and another one, something beginning with A. I forget. Something City. I'm not sure. But yeah, both of them decent enough maps if the rest of them were kind of along a similar sort of route or whatever. I wouldn't be too disappointed. Which is, I'm quite happy about that because the past few like Call of Duty games I've hated the maps with an absolute passion. I think I've liked the maps in Call of Duty since like the first Black Ops. And there's what I was talking about. Minion kills. That's what it is. Pilot kills, Titan kills, minion kills, and deaths. So I ended 9 and 4. Can live with that. But yeah, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, maps. So I'm quite happy with the way the maps are turning out. Hopefully will, the rest of them will be sort of a similar standard. Um, so yeah, there's the end of that match, and I just thought I'd go through like a couple of the weapons and shit that were in the beta. Obviously, there'll be more of this than this, more than this. Talking's hard sometimes. There'll be more than that in the actual game. The only really different weapon there was the smart pistol, which is kind of a weird auto lock on pistol. It's really strange, but you, I mean, when I say auto lock on, you probably think like super overpowered. Really isn't. Against grunts or the minions or whatever you want to call them, it only takes like one shot to kill them, one lock on. But oh yeah, also you can be female and male, considering that's the big thing in first-person shooters these days. Quite sad in the grand scheme of things, but whatever. But that pistol, it's not as overpowered as you would think. It takes like 3 locks on a single human person to kill them, so I don't know. Then you can also customize your Titan. The Atlas chassis is like the base one in the beta. Obviously, there'll be more later on, which I would assume would have like their own perks or something along those lines. 3 weapons available for it. Don't know if there'll be more in the main game. I would imagine so, because 3 seems a bit too little, if you ask me. Then there's the Vortex Shield. I didn't actually talk about that in the game, did I? The bit where it like grabs grabs bullets and other weapons out there and shoots them back at people. Interesting. But yeah, overall, it does seem to be shaping up to be a decent enough game. I was honestly expecting to be disappointed. Haven't really been. Ah yes, burn cards. So these you seem to unlock after like every game, and they can give you like little boosts for a single life. Like when you die, it'll let you choose one of these that you set up in one of 3 slots. So you could have like a more powerful gun or more like XP or something along those lines, and you get that for like the next life. Bit useless when you spawn and then just die instantly, but I suppose that's the risk you take with them. Not really a risk, you end up with about 50 of them after about 5 games. But yeah, so this is roughly how I've done so far in the beta. Um, I could have done worse, I suppose. But yeah, looking forward to it, and there's definitely been nothing to make me think I should cancel my pre-order anytime soon. And I am looking forward to it. The only thing I would say, I think it's quite obvious I'm a fan of achievements and gamer scores. It's gamer scores. Gamer score. God, my words are all over the place today. But yeah, I'm really not looking forward to seeing what the achievements are like in this, because I can just see it being an absolute bollocks list. I really can. Just, I hate multiplayer achievements in this game as pure multiplayer. It can't end well. It really can't. It's going to be so bad. I can just see like leaderboard based achievements, and it just makes me want to cry. But you never know. EA might surprise me. Then again, it's EA. They never surprise anyone with anything good. But we can hope. So yeah, if you've not pre-ordered it, I'd suggest pre-ordering it. If you have pre-ordered it, sit by your letterbox and wait. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Here we go, kickoff of Super Bowl 48. Is that 48? I really actually don't know. I'm not good with Roman numerals. Let's just say it is kickoff.